Good evening, welcome back. And here we go again. And we have got a lot of games to play tonight. And if there is anybody in there in the chat, can you just let me know if you can see everything fine? And if you can hear me, just to make sure that everything is working here at my end. I just want to adjust a couple of things here, because I've been messing with the settings today. Hey, Andy. I got to admit, that was a bit of a surprise. I've seen a lot of analysis about the cup final. I've seen that people are saying United were lucky. City just didn't turn up. And I think there's a part of it that City didn't turn up, but also a big part of it is United didn't let them play. So they didn't get off the bus in the first half, and that's because United locked the door. And I thought United did really well in the first half. And the reason that they did really well, I think, was that they forced City to look for those wide players and trusted Dalot and Wan-Bissaka to take care one-on-one against those wide players. It changed when Doku came on, because Doku was a bit more of a nuisance and needed two to look after Doku. So one of the players in the middle had to come out. But by then the damage was done. And it was a bit squeaky bum at the end, but it would have been a travesty, I think, if we'd lost that. But yeah, was a surprise, a complete surprise, but well done. And it wasn't just that City didn't get off the bus. United didn't let them get off the bus. That was a big part of the first half. Okay, so we are going to have to get through a ton of games today. And with that in mind, I have decided to go to extended highlights today. So we're going to try and get through as many games as we can, whilst I give myself half a chance. Hey, Jenk. Of making in-game changes. Now, before we start, I don't think this team is as good as I thought it was. In terms of what's happened in the schedule, well, we've won everything, as I suspected, as I said at the end of the last episode that we would. I can't remember where we were. We won the Supercopa de Brazil last time you were here. We saw that one. And then we beat Azures by 1-0. That was dire. And then Toledo, we broke the record in the competition. We beat them by 11-0, the highest score ever recorded in the competition. And we found a new player in that game. And his name was Trevisol. And he is a very interesting young player. And he's played more games since he has made his debut, and he scored 5 goals on his debut, and he was lethal. And his attributes don't look that good for a 20-year-old Brazilian, but he's playing well. And he's kind of forcing his way onto the bench at the moment, because he scored in a number of games since, and he's doing extremely well. We went on to beat Foz de Iguaçu by 5-0 after that. And then this was the really strange one. And this is a team that it's a big rivalry. And I really didn't expect to win this, let alone absolutely batter them. And they just never looked like they were there. We will be playing these again very soon, probably in the final. And we will also open up our league campaign against them. And it will be a very different team that we play, because they just never started. And they may have been rotating as they just assumed they would get to the final anyway. So that's not a result that I take very seriously against Paranense. And then we beat Moringa by 3-1, and I've just recently, this afternoon, played another one. We beat Sao Josense by 6-0. So we're absolutely romping this at the moment. We've already qualified for the quarterfinals. No worries. The Libertadores is about to begin today. This is the big one. I feel we will get through the group, but it won't be easy. We're going to open up against Nacional, who are a 3-star reputation team. They're from Uruguay. They're no mugs. And we have to be on our game. And then we will play the other two, Def de Belgrano and Caracas. They probably are games we should be winning quite comfortably, but you never know. Then in here we're going to have the Copa de Brazil will start just shortly after that. And it will just get worse and worse because we have got the quarterfinals and the semi-finals and probably the final of the Paranense Cup in amongst here somewhere. So March is going to be chaos. It'll go through chaos in April and May, and then it will quiet down around about June. So I think rotation is going to be a big thing. It always is. I tend to leave the rotation issues to the assistant manager. No big players have gone out as yet. Still a month left in the transfer window, but we've brought Jean Duran, who's in super form. His form is absolutely fabulous, and he's scoring goals. He really is on his game. He just got a hat-trick in the last game. He's just assisting, scoring goals. He's amazing. And it was a hat-trick of assists he got in the last game. We brought in this wing-back that you know about, Victor Vashico Gelos. He came in eventually from River Plate. I like him. I think he's a good addition to the squad. I think he's going to be quite good for us. A couple of squad players I brought in then. Gabriel Xavier. He is a central defender. He's not brilliant, but for this level, I think he's tidy. And comes in as a squad player. He's going to sit on the bench most of the time, be cover when we need to for the smaller games. And then another squad player, Agué, he's come in from Santa Clara for 2.5 million. Again, I needed cover, not a main player in midfield, and so he fits the bill as a bench player. And he's probably quite a nice signing. Hi Jan, how you doing? So in terms of what could happen, Raphael William is very much in the spotlight, and I have made promises to 3 players. Marcos and Jesus Abba, 2 central defenders. I've offered them new contracts. But Marcos is an absolutely brilliant player, as well as Abba, who is probably my best central defender. He's 20 years old, brilliant. So they've just signed new contracts. Kumalo is still waiting to be sold. He's an attacking mid. I'm having to play him as a forward at the moment, as a deep line forward. He's not in form, but at the moment nobody wants him. Usually during a transfer window, there's tons of interest in here, but nobody wants him at the moment. But do I sell him? I have now 5 good strikers, and if someone does come in for him, then I might sell Kamalo. It'll break my heart, but I have a funny feeling since he's come back from Africa, playing in the African Cup or whatever they're playing in, he has not been himself. He often doesn't play well during transfer windows, but I would expect to see better of him. Oliveira, he can go. He's not worth much money. He's worth 11 million, but he could go. And I'm still trying to hang on to Raphael William, the goalkeeper. I don't want to bring in a new goalkeeper at this stage in the season. In terms of injuries, we've got a few. Chris Flamenco is going to be out for 2 to 3 months. That's okay. He's just a sort of standby player. But it does reduce our wing-back capacity on the right. And Heidegger, he's going to be out only for a day more. So a couple of injuries have started happening. We've got to go and play the first game of this Libertadores. This is the one I need. He wants to go cautious, but I will probably change that to balanced. I think this is the team we're playing today is probably the best team in the group. I don't think we are as good as I think we were, as I was talking about last episode. I really don't think we're that good. We're predicted only to finish 10th in the league. We are favourites, I guess, so let's go and make a difference, boys. Make me proud. And I have, of course, set it now to extended highlights, so it doesn't give me much time to fiddle in game. But with these, we should get good results in most of the games coming up. So I guess I'll sacrifice a couple of results to get through the game. Get through the games as fast as we can. And what's a chance? And one of the things that I've noticed since you've been away is these two wing-backs, Cipriano and Pires, are playing, having games of their lives at the moment. And there we go. I just go and praise the wing-back and he gives the ball away. But they are absolutely outstanding. Both wing-backs, of course, on attack, providing the width. And with the three at the back, who I have complete trust in at the moment, in this competition at least, we can afford to throw the wing-backs high up the pitch. So it's going very well. But in this competition, we should be getting to the final of the Paranense, and we should certainly qualify from our group in the Libertadores. And hopefully we will do just that. What I'm noticing is shots on target is 100% at the moment, which is always a good thing to see. And I think we're dominating this game. Looking at it, we just got to put one in the back of the net. What is Mustafa doing out on the wing? It's a very fluid system we are trying to play. But I don't give him permission to go and play on the wing. We still have Marcos, who does tend to sit back much further than I've seen in Football Manager. So at the moment it looks okay. We should be okay. I take a draw against this bunch because they are the best team. And what are your thoughts, Andy, guys, on what happened in the cup final? I gave you my thoughts. What are your thoughts of what happened in the cup final? Was I correct in my assessment? Did City not turn up, but United didn't let them turn up? What do you guys think? Oh, go on, Pineda, you're in. Go on, son. He's missed it. What an idiot. Is it going to be one of these games? I had an interesting email from Jake, I think it was. Jake, who is completely bemused by the game, of what is going on in his saves. Because he's going through what I've been going through, where you look unbeatable and then suddenly you lose 8 games. And then you look unbeatable again, and he's trying to work out what's going on. And I can't advise him on that because it happens to me every single season and every single save. The best I could tell him was try not to lose those games when you're in that position. Just defend. But that doesn't always work either. Yeah, they're good players. They're both two of the 3 centre backs are 4-star players. They're definitely rated very highly by my coaching staff. So they are very good players. I'm lacking, I think, in midfield. I really need a good defensive midfielder, but I have to sell players. Really need to sell some players. And Kumalo going might enable me to bring in that central midfielder. I need another Redondo. he has to do a lot of work this season, him and Galzara. And so I could do with another Redondo. And if Kumalo goes, then I have the chance to look for one of those. Yeah, they did, Andy. I thought they, like in the second half, whilst it was a good team performance by them in the first half, in the second half, it was a good set of individual performances. They all put a shift in the second half. So I thought, yeah, that was a good result. And I don't think that it's how City are putting it, that City lost it rather than United won it. Our counter-attacking wide was super in the first half, and it caught them really lacking players at the back. I could do with a goal here, boys. 0-0 is not going to make me happy after how much we have dominated this game. Absolutely hammered them. Really could do with this goal. It's not coming, is it? Oh boy. Does that mean I have to... Duran is having a decent game. Pineda's playing quite well. It's just maybe in midfield we're just not creating good chances. I don't know. It's not like I'm thinking we're doing anything wrong here. And Nacional are not looking like the good team that they're supposed to be. So I am on... I'm on extended. There's a lot of highlights for extended. We've just all our stats look good. We just haven't been able to put it in the back of the net. But Duran and Pineda aren't playing badly, so I can't understand this. So let's get your act together. Let's tell the midfielders I need you to change the game. Well, maybe it's time for Kumalo to come on. See if Kumalo... He is tired, Kumalo, after coming back from the... I don't know what competition he's been in. I should know this, but I think he's been in the African Nations tournament. And he's quite tired, but maybe it's time for him to come and see what we can do. See what he can do. I am aware that it's a transfer window and that he doesn't tend to play well during transfer windows. But although the rating is good for these two, they don't seem to be on their game to me. I mean, we're creating tons of chances, but these floppy headers are a lot of them. Defensively, we're fine. I think it's in midfield. Redondo is not having his best game. But these stats are doing my head in now. Come on, FM. This is getting silly. We are good for... I'm going to actually go attacking. I'm going to try and push men forward a little bit. In the first instance, let's try and get men into the box. No, I must have had it as he could make changes. I always worry about... Oh, come on, boys. About Ten Hag and making substitutions. And finally Cipriano has come up with the goods. And I was just bigging up these wing backs, and they are in outstanding form. And if we can get off to a good start in the Libertadores and beat the favourites, then this will be really good. for favourites, they haven't got off the bus at all. I'm now going to go back to positive. I don't think we need to be attacking now. I watch them equalise now. Oh my lord. Are they going to be one-shot wonders? I do think it's terrible that the opposition are always more clinical than we are. I think that is dreadful. Doesn't matter who they are, the opposition are always more clinical in front of goal than we are. Except in that 11-0 victory, where I think we had, I think it was 28 shots and 24 were on target. I think we were very clinical in that one. It might be time for Trevisol. The young kid, bring him on. Interesting that they're getting tired. During the Paranense Cup, they weren't getting tired, and Duran has got his 11th goal of the season. And we are in control now. Absolutely in control now. Which one, Andy? Which one sounds like a pain relief tablet? Let's go. Oh, we'll wait till this corner's over and then we'll go make the changes. I don't know about extended highlights. There seems to be as many highlights as there are incomprehensive. Oh. Well, we're definitely the better team now. Let's go and make a couple of changes. A couple of players are getting tired, which wasn't happening in the Redondo. Probably needs a break. And we will bring on Aguilera. And who else? Forwards. I might not do anything with the forwards at the moment. Naldi probably needs a break as well, so Praxedes can come in here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe Maxi Alves can come in there. Praxedes might be needed there. And I'm actually going to try him as a regista. He's a very forward-thinking player, so let's not have him as a DM. And who else? Gelzara, Pineda. I think I'll just leave it at 2 at the moment. Certainly in control of this game now. I think the key to it was just going a bit more attacking, and once we went attacking, rather than playing in the balance mode. I should have done that earlier because we were dominating the game. There is Cipriano again. I told you about these wing backs. He's got his second goal of the game. Trevisol. What's his Trevisol? Trevisol. And now we are totally in control. Cipriano, what a player. Left wing back. If you've got attacking wing backs, they do tend to score a lot of goals. And we have totally hammered them. I think maybe at some point we need to come off the press. I don't think we need to do that. We've given away a penalty, have we? I don't mind giving away a penalty at 3-0. But I did tell the boys not to get stuck in, yeah. So 3-1. That's not good. I wanted to win this comfortably. Because it could come down to... It could come down to the scores between the teams. Perez is tired. And Galizaro. So I probably won't change the two up front. So we will just play just a little bit more. Let's go and make these changes. Perez is tired, and so Galos can come on. You can see these two players, Jesus Abba and Marcos, are definitely a cut above the rest. Galzara. So Paraxides can come in here. I might switch him over with Aguilera. And then we will change one of these. Kumalo will come on for Pineda. Let's see if Kumalo can get on the score sheet. He's only got an average rating of 6.9 since he's come back. He's not on his game. But let's see if he can get on the score sheet for us today. But doesn't look like it. The game is petering out, although there is going to be another highlight. I don't want to give away another goal. Go on, Sam. Go on. And it's Duran, his 12th goal of the season. And it's 4-1. And that makes me feel a lot happier. 4-1 is... Oh, is it going to be all given offside? I don't think he was he? Yeah, he was offside. Didn't look offside to me. Oh, come on, referee. I want them to sell players like Casemiro, Mount, Ericsson. I want to get rid of those players. They have no future. I don't know what they're doing there. I want them to sell players first and then see what's available. Cipriano's picked up an injury, has he? I can't take him off now. How did that happen? Come on, Aguilera. Come on, we need this 4th goal. Oh, I say. Shape-wise, we've looked good. Our shape is good. I'm concerned about the centre mid. But this looks like end of game. And Caracas must have beaten their opponents quite easily. I'm very happy with the result. In the end, I was happy. So who did Caracas beat them? 3-1 and 3-1. Oh, okay. But that's a good result against Nacional. That's a very good result. Cipriano, outstanding. So let's go to schedule. So our 100% record keeps going. This is a game we should be winning. So I'm going to rotate the team, I think, here quite heavily. Because that is a game we should be comfortable. And we'll move on. Yeah, absolutely. I would get rid of Amrabat too. I'd get all those, like, for me, they're not great players. and they just don't fit what's going on for me. No, not enough. Not enough money. He doesn't seem to be complaining, William. So I'd, to be honest with you, I think that I would like to give Ten Hag another go, one more year. I think because I don't think the problems have been caused by him. And if he's allowed another couple of transfer windows to build his own team, but I would like him to get rid of all that dead wood. Especially players like Mount and Ericsson. I don't know how much money you'll get for them, but you'll get some money, which will be able to bring... You can buy a good centre mid who can do a good box-to-box job or can play well as a Segunde. Mainu is going to be a great player, Andy. Back here now. 2.9. No, we're not doing 2.9. We're not even going to think about it. Anderson Jesus is out. Here come the injuries. I told you we have so many. I did ask the board to increase the transfer budget percentage. We get 85. I was a little bit optimistic that they'd put it up to 100. But I thought they might be persuaded by the run of results that we've been having. But no, they've said no. Unfortunately. But if we... I really don't want to sell Khumalo, but I think he might be at the end of his time here. With all the strikers that I've got, and him being an attacking mid... in essence, and we don't play with an attacking mid. He can play really well as a striker, but I don't know. I'm going to rotate the team today, I think, as much as I can. Gabriel Xavier can come in. Is he a left footer or a right footer? No, he needs to play on the right, doesn't he? And I might give Aguay a game just to see what he can do. Redondo, I think, needs a rest. I'm going to play David at centre mid. And Paraxides as the box-to-box. Cipriano and Raquelme can come and play. Cipriano can have a rest. And Teco, not Tesco, Teco can come onto the bench. Good young player, Teco. And then the two forwards, let's give them a rest. I'm going to play Trevisol and Khumalo. Gonna have a rest. Might be making a big mistake here. By rotating the team so much. Marquinhos can come in for Jesus Abba. And Heidegger can play in the middle. I think this is a game that we should be winning, and this is a game that we should rotate, but I could be making a complete mess of this. But I want to rest players for the Libertadores. I want to win that one comfortably, so they can have a rest here. It's often games that you lose because you don't rotate, but there's also the danger of putting out a weak team. So let's go and win this. Balanced is a good idea. Let's go and win this, boys. Mainu Andy is like, he's very composed for his age, isn't he? He's this composure. He doesn't ever panic. I'm very impressed with how composed he is. The way he took that goal was like a 28, 29-year-old striker might have done it. He just side-footed it. He placed it. Didn't panic at all. Our favourites should be winning this comfortably. But I don't know. Have I made the right decision to rotate this team? I do think he's going to be an extremely good box-to-box midfielder. I think he's a perfect BBM. And in a way, perhaps he reminds me of Paul Scholes. And he might, although he hasn't got the shot that Scholes had, he's got Scholes, some of Paul Scholes about him. He's quite aggressive, but he's composed. Maybe the new Paul Scholes. But I think he's going to be a great box-to-boxer. Calls for him to start for England? No. No. And there's Trevisol. He just does that a lot. He finds space. And his attributes don't make him look like that at all. Have we got a penalty here, ref? Come on. You gave the opposition one. It is a penalty. Who's going to take it? Kumalo. Oh, come on, Kumalo. Announce yourself as back. He's in poor form, Kumalo. Oh, my goodness me. I'd put my mortgage on him. Ah, dear, oh dear. Kumalo. He's already on a 6.3. Maybe I should lower the price for him. I might have to just encourage him. He's just he's been the player of the season for the last 2 seasons, Kamalo. He's just won all the awards last year, but he just doesn't look himself. It's probably because he wants to leave. That they're making him look like this because he's just desperate to go to Europe. And he's getting older now. He's 20 years old. So unless some club buys him soon, he's probably not going to be able to go. So he's probably a bit depressed. But he's no good to me if he's just going to be a 6.3. So maybe I'll have to reduce the price. Go on, son. Go on. No, he's still not. He put those away last season without any bother at all. He's not himself, Kamalo. But again, even with this rotated team, we're absolutely hammering them. But it actually doesn't mean anything, I don't think. I just think that FM can't show the game. Either one team or another is going to absolutely dominate, and that's all they can show, I think. I hope 25 is going to show a different format. Because I do get tired of absolutely hammering teams and can't score. Riquelme. Oh, boy. And it's not like they are preventing us from creating chances. They are just being hammered. And it's just basically because the game decides we're not going to score. Go on, Kamalo. No, he's not himself, is he? Not himself. Oh! And it's Trevisol. I just like his anticipation there. Let's just stop that. And the anticipation he showed there. And he's only got a 10 anticipation. He's like insane for his attributes. He is going to be such a good player. He just anticipated that. There's nothing on, but he's there. He's already going. He's waiting for it. And his anticipation is only 10. Like the rest of his attributes are poor. But he just does things like that. Finally, we've taken the lead. I mean, it is interesting that the pundits don't like this Coritiba team. They think we're only going to finish 10th, which is like mid-table. We won the league last year. And they just don't think much of us, the pundits. And I have strengthened bringing in Duran up front. It makes us much more lethal up front. But still, the pundits don't seem to like this team. The other players I brought in are just backup, and that's why they're playing today. And they're not doing well. They're not doing badly. Aguirre is playing all right. Xavier is playing okay. And these are the games that they're brought in to play. But this is a team we should be beating anyway. This Paranense Cup. Xavier, he's got his 3rd goal of the season. Yo, Craig, how you doing? And so, yeah, we are. It's a strange competition, this, the Paranense Cup, because the teams we have to play against are in Serie B, Serie C, even Serie D. And I'm not quite sure where they are. I think they're a Serie C team. But they do tend to play well sometimes. Some of these teams play out of their skins. It's like they're a big competition. And then there's us and Atletico, who are the big teams, the 2 big teams. And we always end up in the final together. So it is a strange competition, and I suppose it does make us look better than we actually are, because Serie A teams are very, very good in Brazil. And if you look at our attributes, we're not as good, but we're just set up nicely. So I think Trevisol again. Go on, son. See, again, his off-the-ball movement was stunning there, but it's only 12. He's an enigma. I don't know why he's playing so well. I just wish Kumalo would start to play and stop worrying about Europe. Aguirre is playing quite well. He's spreading the ball about. Good bench player. If he can come on and get a 6.9 to 7.5 every time he plays, I'll be very happy. But we haven't looked as if we're in any trouble. Good, Callum. How are you? How are you doing, mate? We don't need to do anything other than balanced. We're fairly fit, fresh. Let's keep going, boys. Let's keep it up. And Kamalo, can you start to play some football here? I'm a bit worried about you. Maybe he's also got the fact that we've brought in Duran, Pineda's in form, maybe he's also thinking, when am I going to get a game? And Perotti can't get into the team now as well. He was doing really well in the last episode. He can't get near the team, Perotti. Trevisol has just come in from nowhere. There he is again. You've done 3 seasons in one day. Oh my God. Oldest guy I've seen on FM. I think there's somebody older than me. I don't think I am the oldest, but I probably am the oldest you've ever seen. Computer games, are they just for the young? That is a good question, isn't it? Can old people, is it legal and should they be allowed to play computer games? Absolutely should. But this isn't like, I couldn't possibly play FIFA and all this nonsense with these controllers. There's no way I could do that. This is just a very sedentary form of playing computer games where not much effort is required. Just a little bit of tactical nous now and again. A knowledge of football is a bonus. "15 games in one day." I've done that before. Before I was doing YouTube, I've done that. 15 games in one day. And substitution time. Gobetti is done all right. Defense is fine. It's just tiredness now, isn't it? Pires. I'm going to swap the wing backs. Teco. Angeles. I don't think I need to do much with the midfield. I'd like to give Maxi Alves a game. Perotti could have a game. Kamalo's not playing very well. Let's give Perotti a game. Disappointing, Kamalo. We'll leave it at that for now. Aguay has had a stunning game. Along with Raquelme. Raquelme had a very, very good game as well. Here's Perotti, back in the fold. This guy Teco is going to be a good player. He's only 18 at the moment, but he's a very good player. Oof, Paraxides. Is that a step up, do you think, Callum? Dorking to Swindon? That was close. Who was that? I think that was Xavier again. Two more subs coming up. A nice 2-0 victory. We'll take that. Would have preferred to stay on the bench. Complacent. Helinho probably needs a game. After all the problems I had with Helinho last year, it's knocked his development back a long way. And Heidegger is tired. Let's bring on Mustafa. Put Marquinhos in the middle. That will do. Aguay has had a very, very good game. 7 key passes. Perotti I could probably sell Perotti if somebody came in for him, but nobody's going to come in for Perotti. Khumalo is the one I think that I want to leave. After being attached to Khumalo for so long, I think it's time for him to go. Time for him to head off to Europe. And it may be the winter transfer window where he goes, because we're now in March. And it may be our June transfer window where he leaves. But he's certainly not playing very well at the moment. A good win and a good performance. Well done, guys. And our 100% record continues. And we have won the group. Goal difference of 44. That 11-0 helped. And we've won the group again, as we are supposed to every year. And 100% record goes on. Good game, good game. I'm very pleased with how you played and that you got on the score sheet. And now back to business. Back to the big stuff. We should get to find out who we're playing in the quarterfinal. So that should be coming up soon. Who are we going to play in the quarterfinal? I don't think they actually announce it. I just think it just appears. Yeah, it just appears. So we're going to play Azures in the quarterfinal. We've already beaten them, but very close, 1-0. So we'll play Azures in the quarterfinal after this game. So games are just going to start piling up here. Brazil is crazy. We should win both of those. We should beat Caracas as well. These 3 games we should win quite easily, I hope. And our 100% record should go on. So I'm going to play the first team in this game. Go for it then, Callum. Absolutely. If it's a step up, go for it. We have now set a goals record. The previous record was 47. We must have got 48. 49. 4.9 million. No, he's not really that interested, so let's not push him out the door. Who's he? Luis Enrique. Yeah, we can let him go out. Ronaldo, experienced goalkeeper. So, are we going to... I think I'll probably go along with this. Pineda, Galazaro, Zander. Yeah, I think I'm going to go along with this. But I do need to check the bench, see what he's done with the bench. Khumalo's going to start complaining in a minute. Mustafa, Marcos, Jesus Abba, Riquelme, Cipriano, Pires. Who is the Marquinhos, Helinho, Aguilera, Gabriel Zeno, David, Aguilera, Perotti, Kamala, Maxi Alves, Perotti, Kamalo, Travis. I think I need him on the bench. Agüe. So Perotti. We are just still 100%. 100%, Callum. Including the biggest result this competition has ever seen. 11-0 against Toledo. We beat Atletico Paranense 4-1, which was a big surprise, 6-0. We're still 100%, but I'd like to keep that going for a little while before the going gets really tough. Competitions will throw up strange results. He would need some convincing to move there. But he's very much wanted. But he just is not happy in any of the clubs that have come up for him. Still waiting. But nobody's coming in at the price I want for you, I'm afraid. Dodo. Who is Dodo? Did I put in a bid for him? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't be signing a 31-year-old. And so, next one in the list. I think we should be... I'll start balanced, but I think probably we should be attacking these. But I'll start balanced. Not playing a low block, no. And I think, yeah, balanced to begin with. The team's playing well through the middle. So let's go out there. Let's win this game. But you can always slip up in these games. We're favourites for a reason. Get out there, make the difference. Make the manager proud. Three good wins to start. The Libertadores will be just what the doctor ordered. Once you've got to 9 points, you're pretty much through. Although you get strange results because games are just like every 3 days now throughout the next 2 months. That's why you get these strange results. But it's over the course of the season where it counts. We're actually not in this game yet. Wakey, wakey, boys. Perez on a yellow card. Let's have him ease off the tackles then. It's a long way to go in this game. Come on, boys. Let's make it the big victory that we should be getting. Looking a little lethargic, aren't they? Which is quite strange because they've all been rested. Apart from Perez, they've all been rested. So they should not be looking a little lethargic. They haven't played for a week. Go on, Duran. Finally, he's offside though. One of FM's offsides to upset you. You're looking a little bit lethargic. But I've no doubt we're going to qualify from the group. It's can we progress further than the quarterfinals, which we made it to last season. I think we're a better team than last season. So I would expect semi-finals at least this year. We're starting to dominate the game now. And these are not a very good team. I think they got beaten by Caracas, didn't they? Last time out, we should be beating this lot. Absolutely should be hammering this lot. We're going to demand more. This is looking a little sloppy. I don't know how much effect those shouts have. They might do something about work rate, I guess, for 10 minutes or so while they remember that you just shouted at them. I guess all the shouts have a different meaning. Like focus is like concentrate. So if you have a team that has got low concentration attribute, or individuals who've got low concentration, focus might be for them. Wilden used to, for Norwich, and my Norwich save last year, Wilden, I would always score after I told him to focus, because he had really low concentration. But this isn't looking great, is it? Despite the fact that once again we are dominating. This might be Trevisol's year. Trevisol may become most valuable player this year, coming off the bench. I don't know how I found him. I was just, I think, looking. I just went to the development center page, and it just said he could become better than Pineda. And I'm like, who's he? I haven't heard of him. So I thought, okay, we'll bring him into the squad, see how good he is. Ah, boys. This is not good enough. Redondo has had a bad game last time out, and he's not having the best game this time either. Finally, it's Duran. 12th goal of the season. Six points out of 6 would be really nice. Get the third victory. That's qualification. Because I'm pretty sure we'll get 3 more points from one of these 3 teams. Then they haven't actually had a shot. So it means we've been particularly poor. Seem to have got the lines sorted out with this 3 at the back as well. Just playing with a high line rather than a much higher line to start them off. The lines seem to be set pretty well. We look quite comfortable in defence. We're not looking like we're under pressure at all, and that's going to change, of course, for Serie A, because it's a different quality of team. But we're looking comfortable, if not deadly, at the moment. I think they need a rollicking. They need a rocket at half-time, because this is not good enough. We need to come out and be a little bit more attacking in the second half. Get that second and third goal. I don't want them coming out and having a go at us in the second half. We'll go at them. Go on, Cipriano. Come on, where's your form? The moment you're looking like a world beater at left wing back there. This is nice. Zipping it about very nicely. Tons of space down that left. Oh, Duran, he's hit the bar. He's quite good in the air, Duran. What's his aerial ability like? Strength 13. He has good jumping reach. And good heading. Yeah, he is good in the air. Which is interesting. I think we need to step up our game. But yeah, there isn't what I want to say. Actually, I'm going to say things are going well, but you're capable of even better. We've got to do better. And we're going to go positive now. I want them to step up their play a little bit. 1-0, guys, is never enough. That's what I'd be telling them in the dressing room. It's okay. Defensively, you look fine. But 1-0 is never enough. Now get out there and make it 2 or 3. That's what I'd actually tell them. It's a strange old ground, this one, isn't it? It's just like that's a car park, is it? No stand on the far side. And they're actually a 3-star team, which is really interesting, and they don't even have a stand on their ground. It's just a little enclosure there, isn't there? Tiny little enclosure. Plenty of hot dogs for sale, though, and pasties. And that's what we want. All the old hot dogs. They got more hot dog vans than I've ever seen in any other ground. Maybe one of them's beer van. Come on, boys. This is not good enough. You're the first team. Pineda and Duran playing well. Everybody's kind of playing well. Just, we're not scoring the goals. Time to make some changes. Who was that? That was the midfielder, wasn't it? That was Cipriano. Our focus may be creating chances, but we are certainly not putting them away. So there's not much point in slowing the game down just to make more chances which we're not scoring from. That would be my response to the assistant on that one. 20 shots. 1-0. Another set piece. It's like horrid sometimes watching this game. Right, let's get some of you off. Redondo, let's put Aguilera on. And Helinho. Let's get those two off. Let's trying to be a little bit more creative in midfield. As Redondo is not himself. Don't know what's the matter with him. It may be time for Trevisol in a minute. Super sub. Go on, boys. Come on. Let's make it 2. Nope. Watch him. Watch him. Whew. Playing on the counter-attack, are they? Well, let's kind of watch a little bit more for that counter-attack. Pires on a yellow card again, is he? Come on, boys. 1-0 against this bunch. After all those stats, 77% possession and 1-0. They're all fairly fit and healthy. We'll bring Trevisol on for 10 minutes. But it is the 2 forwards who are the only players who've had a good game, and Naldi. I told you about Naldi last time. He never lets me down, Naldi. He's not a very good player. He's only a squad player. But he's become the number 1. He never lets me down. He's always having a good game, sat there at the base. And there he is again, breaking up the attack. He's just a good player. Underrated by my coaches. They only consider him... He's gone up to 2.5 star. Oh, Galsara. Oh, come on. All right, 2 more subs. Actually going to bring on Kamalo. Just got to persist with Kamalo. And probably Naldi can have a rest. Maxi Alves can come on there. Oh, cannot make any more. But if it's a win, 1-0 win, we'll take a 1-0. This keeps the 100% record going. I need Kamalo. There he is. Kamalo. That's what he can do. He just like scores out of nothing. He's finally shown up. Kamalo's on the scoreboard. He scores a lot of goals like that. Just out of nothing. Bouncing balls that has to wrap his leg around. Lovely strike. There he is. That's the boy that I brought with me from Sundowns. Good to see him back. Maybe he gets a start in the next game now. And maybe that's all he needed. I'm actually going to just slow it down a little bit. Oh, a bit late. That was poor defending. That was very poor defending. And I'm going to bring these wing backs onto support duty. Just close it down a little bit now. Thoughts on the it was a decent game. You can see that neither team in their current shape with the current players are going to do very well in the Prem, Callum. That was my thought. I thought it was a good game. It was exciting. Leeds were unlucky hitting the bar late on. I think it was Dan James, wasn't it? But I just was thinking that if they don't make signings, they're both going to be in big trouble in the Prem. They just haven't got the quality players. They've got the energy and the determination, but just not the quality. And they might be in a bit of trouble if they don't do something. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the right team got through in the end. Leeds really lacked a goal scorer for me. They had chances, but they just lacked Armstrong, who didn't need many chances. In fact, I think he only had one. So, yeah, for me, they lacked a little bit. Need to tell them to focus. They've gone off the boil a little bit. I agree with you, Andy. Both of them will struggle in the Prem. He needs to be sent off, referee. I mean, I don't know how... You see, Ipswich have been the spanner in the works. And I don't know how well Ipswich are going to do, to be fair. I think it's all going to be about investment now. Are they prepared to invest money? Come on, boys. Duran's been... Although he's got an 8.2, he's been off his game a little bit, Duran. But he is averaging over 8 since he arrived. Must be something to do with his work rate, and well, he has scored a lot of goals, 12 goals in probably 12 games. But I'm not happy with the way they're playing at the moment. We could be in danger of giving this away. I think it's probably my fault, getting them to be a little bit too defensive. So we're going to change that. We're going to go and change that now. We're going to go back to what we were doing. That's probably my fault. Just let them back into the game there, didn't we? They're pressing us a lot now. So maybe I should get my goalkeeper to go long. Well, that's good. Go long. And we're not winning the second balls, I've noticed as well. But I have got my wing backs on support, so that should help. The 5 at the back. Have I got any subs left? No. I do not want to lose my 100% record to this bunch. Which we're going to do, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, you bunch of clowns. I did not want to lose my 100% record to these geezers. What a bunch of clowns. That's probably my fault, because I invited them on, thinking we weren't doing well up front. Let's just close the game down. So that's my fault. Well, that puts a different complexion on the Libertadores, doesn't it? I'm going to berate them. They're absolutely appalling. You've got 3 minutes to put this right. 3 minutes, boys. That's it. And we'll go put the wing backs on attack. Needs Kamalo here. We've got actually 2 minutes. And we could lose this now. And I'll take full responsibility for that. I'm going to push the line up as well. Going to get in their face for a minute. But I wouldn't be surprised to see us lose this now. Stupid clowns. Defense has been really poor. Such is Brazilian football. Just do not lose the unbeaten record from here. They didn't look right at the start, though. I did say they didn't look right at the start. Come on, somebody. One good pass. Yeah, it's all very off at the moment. They are definitely a better team than we are at the moment, and this was my first team that they've put to shame. So maybe we are not as good as I was thinking that we are. We should never have drawn this game. Which does mean probably that we'll hammer the next team. It's unfortunate for the third team in this group, because they will get hammered, because FM will not have me not qualify. So it is probably good news. I've got this glitch again. Oh, come on, FM. There's nothing I can do about this. Till they all disappear into the railings. I hate this glitch. And come on, referee, you've got to go as well before the game will move on. FM, please do something about this. You've done a lot of updates which have made absolutely no difference whatsoever. And you won't do anything about these glitches. No, you won't. You should have won that. I'm really angry. I'm not going to take the line of you were unlucky. But unfortunately, but we're still top. Oh, the game has organised it so that we're top. So no big hassle. Thank you for that, Comey. Thank you. I've had a lot of nice comments this week. Thank you so much. It does cheer me up. Yeah, Andy, I'm a bit shocked with them. They were all looking at the hot dog van, I think. They really were. Bit shocked, and that's terrible. A game we should have absolutely trounced them, and we've lost 100%. Let's go and... Caracas, though. I feel sorry for Caracas, because FM... now will give me a good victory against them. They've got no chance now. So let's go and finish our Paranense group. Oh no, this is the quarterfinal now, isn't it? Oh, it just keeps going in this league. I think this is the quarterfinal now. Against, yeah, it is the quarterfinal of the Paranense. So I'll be very surprised if we don't win this one. I think I need to rotate again. We'll see what my assistant says. Should I put that team back out on the pitch and tell them to do a lot better? And then maybe rotate against Caracas. We didn't do very well against them last time. It was we dominated the game, but we could not put the ball in the back of the net. Good Lord. Following fixtures have been arranged. Why? What does the schedule look like now? Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. It's bonkers. I think we probably do need to rotate for this game. I mean, we should beat them. We were so comfortable against them. We were absolutely so comfortable against them last time. Raphael William. No. No. Unregistered players. I don't want Lempek in there. He needs to be put up for loan. He is available for loan. So we don't need him in there. Oh, wait. Is there anybody else sneakily left out there? No. Should he get an international call-up? What does he think I'm going to say? He would help their cause no end. Does he think? Nah, of course not. Discussing Shu. What does he want? Yes, we'll offer you out. Put him on the transfer list. He's a winger. I don't have any space for wingers. Oh gosh, FM22. They were, the Swansea save was really good, and I think that was the one though that I messed up in the end, and I saved it wrongly. But I enjoyed doing the Swansea save. I think, though, my favourites were Benfica in FM23 and the Alex Ferguson save with Norwich. Those are my favourites. Really, I could watch those again. They were great fun. Yeah, I did. I watched a couple of episodes of the Alex Ferguson myself the other day. It took me back to FM23, and showed me that the differences were quite big between 23 and 24. The movement of the players wasn't quite what it is now. I'll be upset if we don't win this game now. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. Let the assistant, he's better than me at rotating, so we'll let him do it. But I do need to check his bench. I think I'm going to give Gobetti a game. Cipriano. See, he hasn't put a right wing back on there. Yeah, he has. Clodici wants to give him a game, does he? Okay, well, I'll go with that. Duran, Xavier, David, Trevisol, Murillo. No, Lempek shouldn't be there. Maxi Alves. I want Teco on the bench instead of Cipriano. Heidegger, Mustafa resting. Where's the striker? Trevezio. I'd like him to play. Give Pineda a rest. So let's play Trevezol and Kumalo up top. Might be an error. Yeah, those. I mean, those were my favourites. Those saves, Callum, they were really cool. Um, the Alex Ferguson save, I surprised myself, and getting the all those trophies with Benfica after 5 seasons. That was incredible because that was so hard, that save, because all the players kept wanting to leave. And then to do this clean sweep of trophies was just awesome. Pablo Mayo. He looks like a good player. We want to bring him in on loan, do we? I'll go along with that if you can manage that, Mr. Assistant. I would need some convincing to move there, so we're not going to sell you them. It's like, where's the offer for Kamalo? I've spent 4 seasons fighting off offers for Kamalo, and now that I want him to be sold, nobody's coming in with a bid for him. Unbelievable. So let's go and win this, guys. Not too happy with the way you've been performing of late. Let's go and win this. What time is it? Oh, still time. Are we playing? Yeah, we're going positive, haven't we? He will change his mind a little bit. So let's make sure we... The fans are up for this. We need to match what the fans want. We need to get... We can't afford to lose this because we need to get to the semi-final. But it is a very rotated team, and have we done the right thing? I thought the first team looked really tired and shambolic in the last game. I can understand why. It's like a really long season, and they just play like every 3 days. That's why we have a squad of 50 players. What's happened here? What's he doing here? Is he giving a penalty? No, free kick. Come on, Kamalo. I know it's you standing over the ball because you're tiny. It is. It's Kumalo. Go on, Sam. Kamalo is back! I've missed him. When he's in form, he is deadly. He's just needs to just play all the time rather than just play when he wants to. Maybe he's got his transfer dreams out of his head now. Scored a goal and he's back. Trevisiol just keeps putting in performance after performance, so I think he's going to be an excellent player. He's going to be the next one I have to try and hold on to. What happened there? I didn't actually see who got on the end. Was that Kamalo? Not yet managed a club outside of England. You're in Brazil. Yeah, Wilden was the striker for Norwich, Andy. Lewis Wilden. I think he was a regen. You're in Brazil at the moment, Andy, are you? How are you getting on in Brazil? Come on, ref. None of those are ever given as penalties for me, but the opposition, you just blow on them in my penalty area. It's always a penalty. Oh, go on, Trevisol. That was a lovely reverse pass from Kumalo. I think so. I think you said last time you started a save in Brazil. Brazil 3rd division, I think. Hi, at QS. I'm a Manchester United supporter in real life. So very happy at the moment. Not just because we won the cup, and not just because we beat City in the cup, but because we did manage to finally get a European place. That's what's more important than winning the FA Cup. But it's nice to win. Nice to win a trophy. And they did surprise me. The way they played, they surprised me. Very, very surprised. I've managed in Scotland, as you know, probably, Callum. I did Elgin, Livingston. Scotland's not easy. Breaking up Rangers and Celtic is really hard. I did eventually get in the middle of the two of them, but I couldn't get to the top of the two of them before I finally went to Preston, I think it was. But breaking up those two is really hard because you don't get any money. And Livingston and Elgin, I never got any money, not a sausage, and that's really hard. It's just loans and freebies and anything else you can get your hands on. Oh boy. And then Celtic and Rangers have got like about 50 million or 60 million to spend every transfer window, and you got about £1.14. Give us a break. Are they not playing that great? Are they? Raquelme's not doing too bad. National League North. Yeah, I can imagine. I was going to do Woking this year, but in the end I didn't do it. That would have been quite interesting, but not quite as low a league as National League North. So they're always going to be hard, and it's it's just loans and freebies. And that's all you can do at that level. And play direct football. That's it. But get strong, big players in. They don't need to be able to play football. They just need to be big and strong. And if you can find fast ones as well, that's a bonus. So, yeah, there are tough leagues down there. Tough leagues. Come on, boys. This is not good again. It's just one of these bad phases, isn't it? We need to shout at them. Demand more. In Brazil, Andy, you're struggling to sign players in Brazil? Because when I took over with Coritiba, I was in Serie B. They were really struggling in Serie B. I didn't find it difficult to sign players, though. It was quite easy to bring in good players for just a little bit of money. And once we got promoted, we did have a little bit more money. Not much. We still don't get much money. Yeah, that's right. You did say POU. I wonder who POU are. Should download the real names add-on. Who are POU? I wonder. Oh, boys. Helenio, come on. This is dreadful. Maybe I'll have a look in a minute for POU. Poor old United. Maybe I'll have a look who they are, what their real name is, POU. Although it doesn't load all the names, the real names, the patch, but maybe it'll have POU loaded there. Come on, boys. This is dreadful. We're just like piling on the pressure again. Unable to score again. We're having one of those phases, aren't we? Well, the good thing is that once these forwards actually start playing again, we'll be banging in goals. It's just about getting them to start playing again. I wonder if I should play him as an inverted wing back out there. I'm going to try that. I'm going to play him as an inverted wing back out there. See if I can bring him in closer. Oh, what's happened there, ref? Is it a penalty? It's Kumalo again. He's having a good game, so I'm optimistic he'll put this one away this time. Go on, Kumalo. Yes. You got it, son. You're back in the game. You had me worried, boy. Two goals. Made his debut before his 16th birthday, Kumalo. I thought he was going to become a legend. Well, he's been player of the year in this league for the last 2 seasons, so he is probably a very good player. He's been top scorer, highest average rating in all the competitions. But he is due a quiet year, I guess. Can't do it all the time. Yeah, there's no burger vans here. I think maybe the board have forbidden burger vans because they think I'd probably be eating them all. So the board have probably forbidden the burger vans. Certainly no pasty vans are allowed anywhere near the premises. Oh, Redondo, that was climbing at the near post. Come on, boys. Let's get a big performance in. Why are we in full match? I never changed that. What is going on here, FM? So many glitches. I think that's got something to do with the glitch that happened in the last game. Actually then changed that to full match. They got to sort all these things out before FM25 comes out. Oh, yes, Raquelme. See, I was right to rotate, wasn't I? 3-0. At least our unbeaten run is still intact, even if the 100% has gone. Oh, yeah, I will be. I think there are many, many interesting places. There will probably be parties for the first couple of days. Those will be interesting. I'm going to be meeting some really old friends in Saigon. I wanted to surprise the owners of the bar, but I didn't really notice that they've been tracking my posts about my visit. And they're Lily and Tam, and they've actually been tracking the posts that I've been hinting about my visit for about 6 months, and so they know I'm coming. So that surprise is gone, but then we'll probably have a party. My mate Nick will be coming down to Saigon for the first couple of days. Then he has to go back to work. and I will follow him up to Huang Nai on the Friday, 3 days after he goes. So there'll be more parties in Huang Nai. It's just going to be... and then we'll try to keep you updated on the food, because the food is interesting. And especially when I get to the Philippines, one of the first things I will do is go to Jollibee's. And the food there is just absolutely awesome. If you like your fried chicken. But they also do very strange things as well, like these little steak things with potatoes and mushroom gravy. It's quite an interesting place, Jollibee's. And then they do a very sweet spaghetti. Very interesting place. A lot of the Philippine food is very sweet. Oh, Kamalo, nearly a hat-trick. Come on. "4-0, we'll take this." He is going to be a good player as well, Marquinhos. He's not quite ready yet, but one day he's going to be a really good player. Come on, boys. I'm not sure if this has all happened because I've made that wing back an inverted wing back. I'm not sure that's why. If that's, he doesn't seem to be cutting inside, but since I made him an inverted wing back, we're just taking them apart. So I just might want to track his movements a little bit. He is coming inside. There he is. He's creating an extra man, but he's also going outside when he's needed. So he's actually creating an extra man in this space. And that's done the trick. We started scoring goals again. I just wondered, should I play one of them as an inverted wing-back? They're not really causing us any problems. I wouldn't expect them. And we only beat them 1-0 last time because we couldn't score. But this time, the game's rectified it. But that's an interesting little ploy. I might keep him on inverted wing-back duty because it is creating overloads on that corner of the penalty area. And he's turning up here, but he's also going outside when needed as well. Interesting. Kind of attack role, I guess, gives him free rein to go where he wants a little bit. Let's keep going, boys. Kumalo, you're having a fabulous game. Welcome back into the fold. I've almost got two teams here, I think. I don't think that I've got one league team that can win the league, and I've got one team that can win the Libertadores yet, though, and the Cups. Not far off it, though. Oh, Kamalo. He's on fire today. Trevisol, again, has got a 7.1. He's not on the scoreboard, but he's playing well. Oh. I expect him to get on the scoreboard. Only Jesus Abba is the only one who's not above 7. But he's not playing badly. And we just seem to be passing the ball around nice. Oh, 6-0. I did say Trevisol would get on the score sheet. He's just an enigma. How is he getting all these goals? Why is he getting all the good ratings? Because his attributes are not very good at all. But he is the man of the moment. He's got a funny haircut as well. Maybe it's you need to sign players with strange haircuts. You can even see it on the field. He's got like a big afro. It's like maybe you got to sign players with strange haircuts. 6-0. It's interesting we could only beat these 1-0 last time out. Well, they're so much better than they are. There's another one. Trevisol again. 7-0. You did say 8-0, Andy. You could be right. It could actually be more than 8. The way Trevisol has just woken up. See, it's his off-the-ball movement. He's like anticipation. His off-the-ball, he anticipated that. He saw it coming, but he's only got like 10 anticipation. I don't know why he's getting so many goals. His anticipation is better than 10. Right, let's make some changes. Kumalo is on a 10. Nobody has even like broken stride yet. I don't need to make any changes at the moment. We're just going to keep going. Just until a few of them get tired. Maybe, perhaps, Andy, I can't explain it because you've seen his attributes. He's not a very good player at all. Right, we have to get 1 or 2 of them off now. Oh, and we've got a complete set of green lights. Helinho, he doesn't need resting, but I think we could probably give Teco a game. I think Claudesse can play. Xavier can come on for Marquinhos. Redondo probably does need a break. So Maxi Alves can come in there. And Galazara Aguilero can come in there. Just see out this next 15 minutes, job done. I can't explain it, and it's like I've never seen someone with such poor attributes be such a good player. But certainly I've noticed tonight his anticipation and off the ball look much better than his attribute score. The tap in he got from the back pass, he was waiting for it. He moved from there to there, waiting for it. That's good anticipation. It's like he knew it was going to happen. Of course he did. It's only a computer game. But it's his movement to get there when nobody else moved. Oh, who was that? I think I just brought him on, didn't I? Claudicia. He is also a young player who my scouts think very highly of. Come on, let's make it 8 for Andy. Andy said 8-0. Come on, boys. Don't let him down. I mean, he's not big, he's not strong. I don't know what it is, but he's all over the place. He's playing as the advanced forward, and yet he's playing like a deep lying forward as well sometimes. He's just an enigma at the moment. I dare say he's going to fall off his game at some point. But he just keeps scoring and scoring. It's like I expect him to score. Like I said, he will get himself on the score sheet. I expect him to score. There's another one. There's another one. There's your 8, Andy. 8-0. And I wasn't expecting that result either. We only beat them 1-0 last time. into the semi-finals. I can't see them coming back now. Lovely cross. Marcos, he's not going to miss that. Well, he nearly did. Beautiful cross. They still haven't had a shot. So I've got 2 young fullbacks here, Teco and this Claudicir. They are allegedly going to be really good players. I'm just running out of time developing all these youngsters. I need to win the Libertadores so I can go to Europe to win the Champions League one day. And I'm running out of time. And developing players is great if you've got years. But I need to do this within the next couple of seasons for sure. Need to win the Libertadores, or I might have to go to Europe, win the Champions League first, and then come back to try to win this. Oh, who was that? Poor. That was poor. Aguilera. Oh, is it going to be 8-1? One-shot wonders. No, it's not going to be 8-1. Second half syndrome. It all happened after I put that guy as an inverted wing-back. So I might continue with that. It created tons of space. It overloaded the corner of the penalty area. Go on, Trevisol. Oof. See, you can see his haircut here. He's got a very strange haircut. Is it going to stay 8-0? Andy, you absolutely called that. 8-0. I don't know how you saw that. That's about as good a win as you're likely to see. Rotated team again. The first team need to start copying this. They need to be doing what? See his mood. Kamalo's mood is poor. It's because it's a transfer window. So we've got through a few games here today. Only 4 though. Only 4. I wanted to do more than that. So I'm going to have to play through some of these games. Where there's a final, I will stop. We've got the semi-final here. The final will probably be around here, I'm guessing. So I'll play through till we get to the final and then we'll come back. We will get through this season in the next couple of weeks. The last bit from August onwards is there's nothing really to play for. just the league. So we will get through the season in the next couple of weeks. It's just hectic around here. So I'll play through until the final, and then we'll come back on Tuesday and we'll keep up our quest to win the Libertadores. And not too happy with them after that 2-2 draw. Not too happy. But look out, Caracas, because I think you're in big trouble. Because FM will allow me to hammer you in the same way as it allowed me to beat Azures 8-0 after we couldn't beat them last time and only managed to steal it 1-0. So look out, Caracas. I think you're in for a good hiding. And so I'm going to call it a night now. Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. And our unbeaten record is continued. And may that long continue. It's looking like last season. And if I go back to last season, if you go back to the beginning, you can see the similarities. It's looking like last season. And we did really well until it fell apart around about August. So it's looking very much the same. And I'd like perhaps not to fall apart in August this time. And cheers, Callum. Cheers, Andy. Cheers, Amphas. And sorry I didn't see you earlier. Callum, QS Store, everybody who's come in tonight, thank you for supporting the channel. And we'll be back on Tuesday. And we'll be continuing our struggles. Have a good night, everybody. And we will see you soon. Take care. Stay safe. Back on Tuesday.